Well, hi, everyone. It's Susanna, and welcome to my group. I'm going to actually have this recorded in two spots, but in this group, it's the Discover the Best You group, and I have with me my dearest friend of forever, for many years, Cherrie Brady. She's a beautiful lady and one of our dearest friends. We love her so much. And what I wanted to talk about and share with you guys is we are so excited over what we have been using over the last few weeks, and actually Cherrie's been using over the last several months or few months. And I wanted to bring Cherrie on board here in our Zoom to talk about her experience and her little in the background that she's had with the Collagen Plus. And so I heard your story, Cherrie, when you were talking in your group about becoming a vegetarian, and I didn't remember you ever becoming a vegetarian. So I was surprised by that. So can you kind of repeat your story, because that was super compelling.
Yes. So first, thanks for having me on. And your skin looks amazing. I mean, look at your decolletage.
I know.
Everything is just glowing and perfect. Wow.
Thank you. I'm 3 weeks into it. I'm almost done with my first box.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy.
I almost don't need to wear any makeup. I can't believe the results I just from the 3 weeks of the Collagen Plus. It's amazing.
Yeah. So most days, like I was saying, now I just wear that new eye cream that New Skin just launched, and no makeup. That's what I leave the house with most days now. And you know, that's just not something people our age generally do and get away with and look good with it. It's just amazing. The results are shocking.
Well, I want to touch on the eye cream later on, because I just learned about it and I'm going to get it. Anything to keep me from, I'm almost 50 now.
So, you don't look it. You look great.
Thank you. But thanks, New Skin. I mean, so you became a vegetarian 3 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been right on 3 years ago. And I read this book. I'm always looking at health stuff. And I read this book that you should, vegetarian would be healthy. So, and let me just say to start out with, I think it probably is if you do it right. Okay. So I was what you call a lazy vegetarian. And I just would eat whatever, as long as it didn't have meat in it. And so I wasn't getting what I needed. But after 3 years, well, I noticed it even the whole last year. I thought something's wrong. I am aging too fast. And I never related it to being a vegetarian. That never crossed my mind. I actually thought maybe I've crossed the threshold where you just are going to go downhill. I mean, you're just going to start aging. Every time I looked in the mirror, actually, I was shocked. And for the last like 3 or 4 months of my final years as a vegetarian, I did not post a single picture of myself because it was just shocking to me. And I was in Franklin, Tennessee with my daughter. And I listened to a training about New Skin. And I also came across a book called The Collagen Diet, just like right on top of each other, talk about synchronicity. And at the same time, I was gifted a bunch of collagen, the new collagen that New Skin's going to launch. So it happened kind of in this order. I woke up, was looking at my decolletage, which you can look at now, but I wasn't going to show anybody. It was so bad. I said to my daughter, I said, look at this. And she goes, what is that from? Because it was just a mess and everything was just dropping. And I said, I don't know. I think maybe I'm just getting old. And then that night we did the Zoom training on the new collagen that was launching. Mm-hmm. And the next day I came across that book, The Collagen Diet. And let me just read you this paragraph that told me exactly what was going on with my skin. It says that Collagen is responsible in large part for the firmness and elasticity of your skin, the strength of your nails and bones, and the pliability of your cartilage, tendons, and muscles, your gut lining, and blood vessels. It even encases your organs. On a functional level, collagen gives you flexibility and strength and allows your joints to move fluidly without aches and pains, and plays a role in everything from wound healing to gut health to cardiac health. So I had noticed a decline in all of that stuff. Every step was starting to hurt, even though I stretch endlessly and I track and exercise and stuff. And the night before, I'd heard the new skin collagen training, and the light bulb went off that, oh my gosh, for 3 years, I have not had products that have collagen in it. You know, no meat, no cheese, no chicken broth, none of those things. And I thought, that is what's wrong with me. I'm not old. I am missing collagen. And so that's when I got these packets from, I actually got this packets of collagen from New Skin in May. So I took them with me because they came right before I left, and I hadn't even opened them to try them. So I went back to the hotel room, I opened that box, and I started pounding that collagen that I got from New Skin. And I'll tell you, in 7 days, I looked in the mirror, this stuff was all gone. My face looked like my face again. And a lot of the pain and stuff was gone. And let me just tell you how bad it was. It was so bad that there was no flipping way I was going to wear shorts, because, you know, it was affecting my legs, my arms, everything. And like 3 weeks into the collagen, I was wearing shorts, short sleeve shirts, taking pictures again. It was like, you know, it was like night and day. It was just like something had sucked everything back into place, and a lot of the pain was gone. And here's the shocking part. I didn't relate it until I heard another training. But from the day I started that collagen, I no longer had sugar cravings. I never put the two together. I didn't know what it was, because the longer I was on this vegetarian diet, the more I craved sugar. It was like I wanted it all day long. And as soon as I started on that collagen, it's probably the second or third day I realized, you know, I have had nothing sweet, and I don't even want anything sweet. And that's when I went back to this book, The Collagen Diet, and he talks about how it repairs your gut lining. Okay, so if you repair your gut lining and you give your body what it needs, then a lot of those cravings go away. So for me, this is my favorite New Skin product without any doubt, because it has just changed my life. It was miraculous. So that's my story.
You look great. You look, I mean, I'm glad you're taking more photos, because you have beautiful photos on Facebook. Yeah. I saw a before and after, and I'll post it in the video, but if before and after, and I was floored. Your eyes were brighter and bigger, and your décolleté was smooth again. And it was just amazing from the outer exterior. But what you're saying is there's so many, because it's marketed as a beauty, outside beauty collagen for you know, hydrogen and elasticity of the skin, but there's a lot more layers to that. There's a lot internally that's happening inside our body. So I'm going to read that book. So I recommend, I think anybody who wants to learn about collagen, but the gut lining is very important. People have leaky gut syndrome, you know.
Yes. All those things, and nobody knows. We don't know what's going on. Everybody's like, I don't know what's going on. I just, you know, I don't feel good anymore. I don't look good, and we're just not getting the collagen we need. We're losing it as we age, and we're not appropriate.
Especially with hair and nails. People, I noticed at one point my nails were getting brittle. They were getting this weird lines in them, and my hair, you know. But I'm noticing my nails are harder. They don't break. I feel they have that pliability as a nail instead of being breakable. and I've been using it now for, I think I'm almost done. I only have 7, so I'm almost on my 4th week. And it's interesting because when I got it, I was like, wow, how this is less than I thought.
Yes.
It's a 1 ounce
Yeah.
packet, but I was like, there must be a lot of concentrated collagen in this packet.
And okay, so let's tell them the whole story, Susanna.
Okay.
Susanna and I actually started on collagen years ago, right?
Yes.
So Susanna convinced me to take collagen for knee pain and all this other stuff. And we were both taking this hydrolyzed collagen. Well, I just wasn't seeing any difference in this. And I really wasn't feeling that much better. And it wasn't easy to take. It was like a powder that made everything smell. Even if you mixed it with juice, you could taste it, you could smell it, but you know, I was enduring it because it's just supposed to be so good for you, with no results, right? Did you get did you get any?
I really wanted it because Rich is, was dealing with his knees, and so I wanted to get it because at the time, this was years ago, and the collagen was becoming like the buzzword, like you
Yeah.
need collagen, blah blah blah. So I went on Amazon, I looked for the highest rating, and
Yeah.
I did research, and I even looked at hydrolyzed collagen, and I found the one I recommended. So, but nothing like I've in the 3 weeks using this, I've after using that, I've thrown the other one away.
Yes. So the thing I wanted to say is this is not your mama's collagen. This is not an ordinary collagen, and that's why we're seeing such incredible results. It's first, it's a bioactive collagen. So it not only replenishes, the bits and pieces you need, it also signals, it does cell signaling. So it signals your body to produce its own collagen again, which is huge. I think that's where we're seeing such a big difference in our skin.
Okay.
And plus it's got, we were talking about this, the stuff that's been added to it for your skin is just, it's just amazing. So I've seen tons of before and afters now that people are all getting the collagen. And one thing that I've noticed in almost every picture is the size of the bottom lip. Have you noticed that? When you look at the side by sides, you're like, well, look at the bottom lip. I mean, in every one of them, it's plump and full and looks like a bottom lip again.
Wow.
You just don't get that stuff from normal collagen. I mean, this is full of that marigold extract that we're talking about, and ceramides. Ceramides are hot. They're a hot topic right now in skincare, and we're getting them from the inside out.
Can we elaborate on the ceramide? What's special about the ceramide?
Well, I don't really understand how they work, but I try and keep up on skincare. And I've noticed that it is the ingredient you're looking for. So believe it or not, when Nu Skin launched 30 something years ago, we were trying to convince people to use hyaluronic acid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody knew what it was. We had to explain it to everybody, and everybody's like, no, I don't know if that's right. Well, now it's the hot thing.
Yeah.
So we're right at the cusp of the next really big hot thing, which is ceramides. And they do the same, they plump the skin, they replenish the skin, they moisturize the skin, they bring it back. And we're taking it internally every day when we take that collagen. And that, I mean, that's another one of those things that explains the shocking difference that people are seeing in such a short period of time.
Wow. Wow. So so we got, for those of you wondering about, you're interested in like, how can we get some of the Beauty Focus Collagen Plus? And the magic is in the plus, because everybody has like collagen, it's like a dime a dozen companies out there. But what Nu Skin, from what I heard Steve say, it's like, we didn't want to be just another Me Too offering of collagen. So they really had to think through what, he said it best. If you want to do a comparison about what collagen does with others in the market, he says, just imagine two columns, one with Collagen Plus, and nothing.
Yes.
Nothing on the other side, because nothing compares to what we're offering, right?
Yes, I agree. And another thing is that, you know, it tastes good. You don't have to mix it. I call it skincare on the run. You know, if you want great skin and you're on the run, just throw a package in your purse and make sure that you have it every day. I have to be honest, when I first read that collagen diet and heard Nu Skin's thing, I started taking 2 collagen packets a day because I knew I hadn't had any for a very long time. I just started front loading. Okay. I was loading it back up so that I could bring my collagen levels up quick. But I've seen a lot of people that just are doing the one and they're showing us the before and afters. And I'm blown away at all of them when they come in. The pictures, it's just, you know, the whole thing about skincare and staying young is collagen. We all know that. And so everybody's always wants products and devices that build collagen from the outside. And I've been trying to do that for years. And I got to tell you, it helps, but it doesn't compare to building it from the inside. So at my age, you know, you can't mess around with this kind of stuff. I figure you got to go from both angles, inside and outside. And that's what I do is I hit it on the outside with what I think is one of the best collagen producing products we have, and that's the LumiSpa, and then replenish it all from the inside. And you know, I'm 63, I'm just about 64, and I find it shocking what it's done for me in my body. Wow. And all of this, it's just, you know, when you go back to nails has always been a problem for me. And we're at the point now on these fingers where the it's just about to come to the top where I've been, and it's like I never thought I could have just nails that didn't flake and shred and peel, and
yeah,
I haven't done anything different but take the collagen.
It's amazing. Well, speaking of, you said LumiSpa. I want to touch on that because I'm calling this the 1-2 punch, the dynamic duo.
Yeah.
I've been, and I know LumiSpa has been, we launched this back in 2013, I think it was. It's been some years, but it's the #1 beauty device in the world. We sold like 2 million devices, I think, within 24 months or a year. I don't remember quite exactly, but it was the fastest selling because of, it's not a brush, right? And I use this every single day. Rich uses it every day in the shower. And I will never, ever, ever go a day without using it. Right?
I'm a believer. I love it.
And I use it with the treatment, with the treatment that it comes with it every single day. Sometimes I forget at night, I get lazy. Sometimes I just go to bed, but I make sure in that morning I'm going to do my treatment. It feels like I have a lift me up because it feels so great. But yeah. I noticed immediately when I first got it, the difference that it did in my skin. It was just like everything was lifting because it does have a collagen producing feature to the way it rotates stuff. So what I want to say is, these two together, because we're attacking collagen and aging from the inside, and it's going to reflect on the outside. But the clinical studies that came out with Nu Skin is they did a group where they just did the collagen only, and then they just did the LumiSpa only, and then combined, there was a group that did it together, and the results were double.
Yeah.
The results were like they saw so much difference in the two that any woman, if they just, the two products in the world that ever need to at the basic, right, is the LumiSpa and their collagen.
Yes. So LumiSpa was already making such a big difference in people's skin. I mean, people would buy that and I'd see them in the grocery store like a month later or something. I'd say, how you liking that LumiSpa? And every time it was like, oh my gosh, I will never go without that thing. That thing has changed my skin. And it was, you know, it's amazing once you start using it. And you have to wash your face. everybody washes their face anyway. So why not get a world-class skincare treatment while you're doing it? And you know, when they first launched it, New Skin has another cleanser that I have been devoted to for years. So I thought, okay, I'll use their LumiSpa, but I'm going to use it with this other cleanser. You know, I didn't get any results. I was like, this thing is not as great as everybody says it is. And so I was talking to Joe Chang. He's one of the scientists that was in on the development of it. And he goes, Cherrie, you have got to use it with the cleanser because it's all about the viscosity. It's all about the contact with the skin, and it has to move and slide just right because the whole thing is about moving those cells to lift them and create collagen. And so I tried it with the cleanser that comes with it, and oh my gosh, that's where the results came from. So don't shortchange yourself and just use whatever cleanser you have. You're not going to get what we're talking about. It's crazy good stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely designed to work together. It's, you can't do it without the other, right? It's, you really need. And so the collagen is going to launch September 22nd. Is that when? So the price point is going to be, I don't know if we're firm on the price point, but it's very competitive.
Yeah, I think it's competitive. And I mean, okay, so I don't do stuff like fillers and Botox and stuff like that, but I was this close to doing that. So I was looking into prices and stuff like that, and I'd have to drink a whole lot of collagen, you know, before I would compare to the prices of the stuff that I was looking at, just even fillers and stuff like that. So for what it does, it is a steal. And, you know, it'll keep you out of the dermatologist's office. It'll keep you away from all of that kind of stuff that's not really good for you anyway.
Yeah. So I'll put, I think we have, do we have a price point yet? Or I can put the price in the details later, but I think we're going to have a subscription offer.
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's going to be like $99 a month. I don't remember.
I'm not sure what the subscription's at. It's,
Yeah.
you know, I hate to talk about stuff before they do it because actually when we really got into the LumiSpa, the price dropped. So that's always nice.
Yeah. So I don't really know. I'm just surmising, but I know Steve and Joe said, I know that they were going to price it very competitively. And I think I mean, of all the costs that I've spent on hydrolyzed collagen in the past, I'm like, for a few bucks more, I mean, I get the best stuff in the world. This is just amazing.
And you look forward to drinking it in the morning. It's this wonderful taste, no smell. I keep mine in the fridge, so it's nice and cold. And it's just a pleasure to drink it and to know you're doing so much for your skin and your body with just this little, I call it, you know, the nectar, the collagen nectar. It's just amazing.
It tastes really good. So last thing, before we go to part 2, is you said, I gotta look this up, but there's an eye, is it a cream or an eye treatment, or what is it called? Because I gotta write this down before I forget.
But while I'm looking it up, let me just tell you that. So I have always had dark circles under my eyes. That's just when I was a kid, they told me they were from allergies, but I don't know of any allergies I have. I just have dark circles. And so when New Skin launched this product, I couldn't get my hands on it fast enough because it's an eye cream that it just brightens your eyes. It's got a little bit of color in it and a little bit of cover in it and a little bit of shimmer, but not the kind of shimmer that you're trying to stay away from. It's just a glow.
Is it Bright Eyes?
It might, no, it's I Love Bright Eyes. Yeah, that's it. So it's spelled I Love is EYE, Love Bright Eyes. And it's a great product. I love it.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try that.
Now it straightened up my skin so much, the collagen has, that the only thing I put on is this Bright Eyes stuff in the morning in my skincare, and that's it. I mean, I don't have to wear tons of makeup anymore.
Wow. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Cherrie, for sharing your story and sharing your thoughts. And you look beautiful, amazing. I mean, like everything's back to
I know.
to me.
Right? It's like kind of bounce back.
Yeah, it was so funny. Rich used to always say to people like, what's on a woman's mind when it comes to, their skin. It's like their next, how old they are to the next age. They're always thinking about, oh my God. And on every birthday, and I used to think, oh my God, I'm another year old. Oh, you think what's going to fall this year? What's going
Yes,
to dry up this year?
agreed.
Yeah.
Well, I was done for. I actually thought I was going to go in and have to have a bunch of stuff done because it was so bad that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm gonna end it here, but then I'm gonna do a part two. And the part two is going to be about there's the business aspect of this, because if there's anyone looking for a side hustle, part-time or even full-time income, I mean, this is the hottest thing I've ever seen in my career with Nu Skin. I've been with Nu Skin for almost 20 years now. Cherrie, you've been with them over what, 30 years?
32 years.
32 years. And
Yeah.
so I went and put a part two for those of you who are interested in learning more about the business side. Stay tuned and I'll send you the part two video. So thank you again. Thanks, Cherrie.
Yes, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And you just look amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nu Skin.
I know, right?